welcome to Rose's Cafe. Dinner today is going to be chicken Parmigiana. Now, Parmigiana is a southern Italian dish, and it's made from shallow fried sliced filling of some sort, layered with cheese and tomato sauce. The first task we would like to complete is to prepare our topping, and for that we're going to need a boneless, skinless chicken breast, around 12 ounces, about 4 tablespoons of vegetable oil, around 4 tablespoons or so of seasoned breadcrumbs, just enough to coat your chicken, and an egg, and from that we're going to make an egg wash. Now we're going to bread and fry our chicken breast to make the topping. I've taken the egg and beaten it in a small bowl and added an equal amount of water. Mix that up, and I'm going to coat the chicken breast in that first. I'll spread the breadcrumbs on a plate here, and I'm going to roll the chicken breast in the breadcrumbs and get it nice and coated. After coating the chicken breast with breadcrumbs, I'll put it in my skillet here where I've heated the 4 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Now we're going to brown the chicken breast on all sides until it's nice and done. Now with the chicken breast cooked, we're going to set it aside for now. Let it cool off a while and come back to it later. While we wait for the chicken to cool, we're going to turn our attention to the batter. We're going to need an 8 by 8 inch baking dish, some vegetable oil spray, 1½ cups of all-purpose flour, a ½ teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of sugar, 2 packages of yeast, 3/4 cups of warm water, and 4 tablespoons of olive oil. Now we should start by spraying our baking pan with the vegetable shortening. Spray vegetable oil. And then we're going to mix the rest of the ingredients for the batter directly into the pan. Once you have the batter mixed together, just leave it to sit and rest for 5 or 10 minutes. And while we're waiting for that, we can work on the chicken again. We'd like to slice the chicken into fairly thin pieces. If it's not quite done on the inside, that's okay, because we're still going to be baking it. Once the dough has rested for 5 or 10 minutes and you've got your chicken all sliced up, the next thing you want to do is arrange your chicken slices on top of the dough. An alternate theory for the origin of the name Parmesan, instead of Parmigiana, which means from Parma, some people believe it may have derived from the Sicilian word Parmigiana, which means shutter. And if you look at the way the slices of meat have been arranged, you might be able to see that. Once you have your meat arranged, you want to add on top of that the 2 cups of spaghetti sauce. Now this can be your favorite brand of commercially prepared canned spaghetti sauce, or if you're real adventurous, you can make it yourself. Once the spaghetti sauce has been spread evenly over the meat, you want to sprinkle it with your cup of shredded cheese. I chose to use mozzarella because I like mozzarella better than Parmesan. You can use pretty much any kind of cheese that you feel like. You don't have to use Parmesan. We don't even know if that's why it's called Parmigiana. I simply prefer the melting texture of the mozzarella cheese to the hard cheese Parmesan. Also, the last thing you want to do is sprinkle your Italian seasoning. This is just a commercial blend. You can find it in the spice section at the grocery store. It's called Italian seasoning. It usually has oregano and thyme and sage and various other things like that in it. And once you have it all ready, you want to place it in a cold oven. This is important. Don't preheat the oven. Now once it's in the oven, you want to set your oven at 350 and you want to bake that for about 30 minutes. By starting with a cold oven, you're going to give the yeast just a little more time to do its thing. And while the baking is going on, I'm going to prepare some bow tie pasta to serve as a side for this dish. So the 30 minutes are up and there's our chicken parmigiana. So there we are, Rose's chicken parmigiana with a side of bow tie pasta. Yum yum, I'm ready to eat. Well, goodbye everybody and thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time at Rose's Cafe.